Hey guys, thanks for taking the time to tune in to Beauty Broadcast today. I hope you enjoy this look I'm about to show you. It's using some fun metallic green shades, some different tones of green. It's very easy to do. There's not a whole lot of advanced blending or liner techniques with this, so if you're just looking for something fairly simple that you can try to incorporate a new color into your eyeshadow look, go ahead and check this out. Step one is to prime your lids, so I went ahead and put on my L'Oreal Decrease Eye Primer, just put that all over my eyelid, and then I'm going to go to a cream liner, or a gel liner rather, just to kind of give myself a nice base color for this look, and it just coordinates really well, and I think it helps the look last a little longer as well. And this is a gel liner from Coastal Scents called Feline, and it has a nice kind of metallic green, light green color to it with a golden undertone, so I think that's going to work well for this look. And it's just, some people have asked, like, can you do that? Can you put that on there? Well, these are not like the cream liners, like you put them on and then it like dries to an immediate, you know, unblendable finish. You know, these are kind of easy to work with. So I'm just using a random like flat brush I have here from Coastal Scents, just kind of smallish, and collect some of the color there on your brush and then just brush it on your lid, basically. I work it from all the way from the inner corner to up into the crease just a little bit. And you can see, you know, how you could go with this as is. It's got that gorgeous goldeny tone to it that is really going to work well with our more olive colored greens that we're going to put on in a second. So I'm kind of just blending it up just a little bit to the crease. It's not that critical, but because the main source of the color is the lid. Okay, so once you've got that all over the lid, then I would advise taking your brush, sticking it right down into the product, getting some of that on your brush, or you could just use an angled liner brush for this, but since this brush is small, I feel like I can use it as well. And I'm just taking some of that product and dragging it right under my lower lash line here. Okay, so just incorporating that color all the way around, because we are going to put some of the shadow underneath there too, so I figure why not give it the same kind of base color that the top has. And also it looks nice kind of right around the tear duct too, so just get some of that on there. Really, really pretty color. And like I said, you could go as is with this, and this would last you longer than a typical cream shadow, because it is the nature of a liner. You know, once it does dry, it really will stay. Next, I'm going to grab my L'Oreal Hip Duo in Gunmetal, and this is one of the metallic eyeshadow duos from Hip, and I just think these colors are beautiful. One is kind of more your classic metallic, and then the other one has some more sparkle to it. So we're going to start on this side with this shade that's sort of an olive toned green, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, get some of that product on there and pack that all over the lid, and you're going to see a little more of the goldeny tones come out then as we put this over the cream liner. But you can feel it kind of clinging to that a little bit, so this is going to be a really nice long wearing eye look. Okay, so we're just going all over that area. Just like that. And I'm going to also use the strategy where you can double up on one brush, just using the tip of the brush, get some of the product on there, and then we can kind of sweep that under the lower lash line as well. So it kind of like look, I don't know what's easiest for you guys, but just try to keep it close to the lash line. It's okay if this smudges out and looks a little smoky. I think it looks kind of good that way too. Okay, next we're going to take a medium crease brush, and I'm going to go into this pretty deep, kind of sparkly, almost like an emerald green shade. And I'm going to get some of that on my brush, and just look down into your mirror and sweep that from the inner part of the crease to the outer part. Really making sure to concentrate the bulk of the darkness here right in the crease. Don't forget that when we do outer V's and stuff, unless you're going for, you know, some sort of a cut crease look or something where you're, you know, really changing the shape of the eye or something like that, something unique and kind of artsy, you really do want to get the color right in the crease and then blend it out and fade it out. Okay? So I'm just going back and forth, and as I go, I'm kind of working up and out just a little bit. So you can see how the color is not just in my crease, it's also blending up. Alright, and to really give this look a neat blend, and this works for so many duo shadows that you're using, if they're in kind of the same color family. Like we've got, here you can see lighter green, darker green. I'm going to take my lighter green with a fluffier shadow brush and use that to kind of sandwich the darker green. So we had the lighter green on the lid, the darker green in the crease, and then we're just going to fade up using that lighter shade there. Now, one thing that this duo doesn't really give you is a great shade to work as a highlight. So alongside this kind of earthy tone green look, I'm going to go with sort of a goldeny bronze colored highlight, and this shade might look a little intense. This is from CoverGirl, and it's called Golden Sunrise. And if you use this shade in a really sheer, I mean, it's really pretty, like all over the lid, kind of packed on for a really intense gold look, but to make it more sheer, just use a fluffy brush, and you'll just get a nice like amount of color just to kind of perk up your skin, kind of bronze it up, and it just works really well, I feel, alongside this green. So just go all the way up to your eyebrow with that. Next, for liner, I'm just going to go ahead and handle the bottom lash line first. I'm going to go to the darker shade of the shadow with an angle liner brush. I'm using my Taklon liner brush from Coastal Scents, and just go right up under your lash line there. I'm only going with this shade about halfway in. At this point, you're going to be kind of running out of product on your brush, so just kind of fade it in the rest of the way. It's just going to be add a little definition to the green that we already put there. Then on the upper lash line, I'm not really going for a major look with liner here, but I'm going to be using my NYC Liquid Eyeliner in black, and just follow the natural shape of your eye. I'm not looking for this to be a really big winged out cat eye look. I just like the pretty shade of this green, and I want it to show as much as possible. So I'm going to keep this line pretty thin, and I'm just going to start at the inner corner here. Just like so. And just stay really close into your lash line and go all the way across. Now for mascara, I'm going to first go ahead and curl my eyelashes, and I'm going to use CoverGirl Lash Blast Length on the upper lashes and Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom. It's just got a really nice small brush that grabs every lash, and I've never really had issues with smudging with this. So I'm going to put those on and join you with the finished look. Alright guys, hope you like this look using some fun kind of metallic green shadows. I really am impressed with these L'Oreal Hip Metallic shadows. I love the color payoff on these, the intensity, and how, you know, each side of the duo isn't exactly the same finish. One side has more sparkle, the other is a little more metallic. So I like that, this shade that I'm used today in Gunmetal, but another one that I have that I like a lot is in Sculpted, and it's got sort of a sparkly purple side, and then it's kind of a light lavender pink shade, and I just love the colors they've put in some of these duos, and I may try more. I know they have some matte ones out now that I haven't really tested out too much, but anyway, this is a really quick and easy look to do, so I hope you guys maybe try it out. Let me know how it works for you. On my lips today, I'm using a tinted lip balm from EcoTints called Mocha Velvet, and this is something, actually, Tyler was at a Vitamin World store and he needed to purchase something for a few more dollars to get some kind of deal or a discount the next time he went, and so I was like, okay, I'm sure I could find something, and you know, trust me to pick out the one lip balm in the place. So I found the EcoTints, and it was like a 3-pack. It's called Naturally Glistening Lip Moisturizer, and this shade is Mocha Velvet, so it's kind of a pretty, like, deep, sort of a brownish shade with some red in it. So I put that all over, and then to give my lips a little extra definition, since it's kind of hard with the lip balm rounded shape, I used my Wet n Wild Lip Liner number 666 in Brandywine, and so that's just kind of got a little bit of a metallic, you know, bronzy red tone to it. And then over the top, I used Neutrogena Moisture Shine Lip Gloss in Spritz, which is pretty much neutral, just has a little sparkle to it, a little bit of a bronzy rose tone. So hope you guys like this look, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.